Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. So today we are going to be talking about the last digits, which is tax 1 in if else loops and function of Python programming language. So we are going to be talking about the last digits. So we want to go through this tax and see what we have to do here. So this program will assign a random signed number to the variable. So as normal, we have a random numbers which is going to be stored in this variable called number. Uh, the number there is a variable which we store random numbers. So when we're talking about random numbers, many times we run our code, we get different numbers coming up on the screen. So each time it is executed, each time it's executed, so complete the source code in order to print the last digit of the number. So we need to write a code that will print the last digit of every number, which is fine. Then um, store it in a variable called number. So when it's printing the last digit of the number, it's going to store it back again inside the variable called number. Now you can find the source code here, so go after that to check that. Now the variable number will store a different value time. You will run this program, you don't have to understand what import random. Okay, we already know that. And this line should not be changed, so we have this. So we are having a random number starting from -1 or -10,000 to +10,000. So that's where the random numbers will be generated from, and the output of the program should be the last digit of followed by the number, followed by the string, is followed by the last digit of then the number, then followed by. So if the last digit is greater than 5, then the string is, so whatever is here, we're going to see how it's working here. So we come over here. So whenever we run this code, this is the output we are expecting. So the last digit of, so the random number that was generated is 4205 is 5. So you can see 4205, the last number in 4205 is 5, and we want to get that 5, which is the last number, and is less than 6. So 5 is less than 6, which is correct, and not 0. Yeah, which is correct. 5 is less than 6, but it's not less than 0. Then whenever we run a code again, like this one, we say the last digit.py, we run it again, we have this, the last digit of -626 is -6. So we want to have the -6 because this is a negative number. Actually we have 6 here. When you come to this place, we have 6, sorry, trying to move this to this place. Let me expand that very well. So the last digit we have here, sorry, so the last digit we have here is 6, and there is a minus sign here, so we need to have -6 like this, -6. So, and is less than, -6 is less than 6 and not 0. Actually, is -6 less than 6? Actually, it's less than 6, but not and not 0 and not 0. I think this statement is wrong. Because to me, -6 is still less than 0, but we'll see to that. And that is it. So the other one we have there is the last digit of 1144 is 4 and is less than 6 and not 0. Oh shit, I'm coming. Okay, so sorry for that, let's wait for it to come up. Yeah, so we're analyzing some stuff here. So you see we are having 6 and not 0. If last digit of 1144 is 4 is less than 6 and not 0, so I think this minus 6 should be wrong. Then we have another one, 0. So the last digit of minus whatever is 0 and is 0. So that's the output we want to have on the screen. The last digit of this is 7 and is greater than 5. So whenever anything exceeds 6, we put is greater than 5 as the last statement. Then the next one is minus 8 is less than 6 and not, yeah, it's less than 6 and not 0. Actually, it's less than 0. Wrong statement, but we also gotta manage it like that. So the next one, the last digit of 3369 is 9 and is greater than 5. Yeah, and so on, so on, so on, like that. So the name of this particular task is one last digit. So like this. So I'm just gonna copy that. Then I'll go to the source code. Okay, I don't need to have a source code because I'm gonna type that myself. So we go to where we have our info. So we are going there to type in some stuff there. So I'll just kick off by clearing my screen. Then I will CD inside my desktop like that. Then I'm going to navigate to my ALX high level programming. Then I'm going to CD inside 0x0, sorry, I mean x01, like that. So and I'll go to list what we have there. So this was the task we're working with previously. So I'm just going to clear my screen and I'm going to go on to create a file. So I'm just going to vi, then a file. Yeah, the name of the file is one last digit.py. So I've created the file. So we can start in writing our line of code. So I'm going to go to insert mode, then we get started. So USR me in, then just like that. We'll go to the next line. We are going to import our random models, then we are going to make use of it. So we'll set a number variable, and we are going to equate it with a random number dot random integer. The random integer is starting from minus 10,000 to 10,000, like that. So we are going to go ahead to print some stuff to see how that works whenever we execute our code. So I'm just going to pass in the curly braces. I don't need to put much inside. Then I want to use format to format the string. So format like that. Then we have number inside. So let's test and see what we get. Let me change my mode for 1 like that. Okay, sorry, some things are missing. U plus X, just like that. So we have it here, which is this. Now I will clear my screen, then I'll execute that. 1, good. So you can see we have a random number minus 7382. If we run it again, minus 8668. If we run it again, sorry. So we keep on generating random numbers as the code keep running. So those numbers can never be the same, or maybe luckily it might be the same. So you can see the function of random in this code. Now the next thing we are going to do is we are going to navigate inside the one last digit. Then we are going to go ahead and do the remaining part of it. So this was not part of the code, just to introduce on how number works. So after we'll go on to do other things. So let's get rid of this. So I will go to the end of this page, insert, then to the next line. Now let's get started. So the first thing we're going to do is we want to get the last number, the last digit. If I want to go their own way, it will be a bit complicated, but let me just go that way to see. Let's look what we have here. The variable number will store a different value each time. Yeah, you don't have to. Okay, so I need to create a new this thing that is going to hold that. So I'll just say digit is equals to, so I've created a new digit. Then I want to get the last value of each number. So to get the last value of each number, if you have done, maybe you have gone through my previous video, I've explained what modules is, especially in mathematics. I explained what modules is. So I'm going to get the number, then I'm going to divide it by 10 to get it. So let's just use ordinary number like that. And I'm going to do, so in every programming language, to use a module, use a percentage sign. Then to get the last digit, as far binary or decimal is concerned, you use 10 to always get the last digit. If you watch my video, which I'm going to drop the link in the description to, on binary and converting of this thing, you see that the mathematical approach of getting the last number is using percentage of 10, so which is fine. So I will just go ahead and print this out. I don't know if okay, so we have this. So let's say, let me give it a format here. Sorry, insert the number is whatever we have there, and the last number is, so we want to get the last number there. So we'll come over here, sorry, for that mistake. We'll come over to this place and we are, oh shit, uh sorry, and we add the other part of it. Let me call it digits. So I'm just gonna put a curly braces here like that, and that is all. So we do WQ, then we go ahead and execute this to see. So you see the number is 9618 and the last number is, so it's kind of joint with the 8, is 8, so which is 8. You can see 9618 and the last number here is 8, so you can see 8 here. So let me separate this so that good. So let me go and run that again so you see what we have there. Now you can see the number is -326 and the last number is 4, which is actually wrong because this is a negative number, actually a negative number, and whenever you are modeling a negative number on this, there is an issue, but it only works perfectly if it is a positive number. So this is also a negative number, so there is an issue here. So we need to add something there to sort that problem. So like this now, you say the number is 4534, which is a positive number, and the last number is 4, but it's not working with this. Why is it giving us 3? And yeah, why is it giving us 6? Now let me explain. Whenever it is a negative number, it always give you the number that can be used to complete the remaining number. So the number you can use to complete 6 is 4. So 6 plus 4 gives you 10. Here is what? 7. Yeah, so 7 plus 3 gives you 10. So anything that if you sum it up and it gives you 10 is, now if I run another negative number, for instance, okay, this is also a positive number. I'm just looking for a negative number. Okay, like this one now. We have -4321 and 1 is the last number. So what can we add up to 1 to give us 10? So 1 plus 9 will give us 10. You can see, so there's an issue there. So how can we solve this particular problem? So the only thing we can do to sort this out is to wrap our number model into an inbuilt function called ABS, because it is always a positive number. So I'm going to enter insert mode, sorry, then I'll come over to this place, then close it there. Now closing it there, I'm going to click on escape, and which is fine. Now on that number %10, I'll come over here, then add my function, which is ABS. Now explain what ABS simply means. Now this is a Python inbuilt function that change every number to a negative number, now the negative number, if we have -4, is going to change it to 3. If we have -6, it's going to change it to 4. So it's going to give you every positive number, and if we run this, all we are going to get from this digit is going to be the positive form of this. So that is what ABS does. So let's escape that and do it again. Now let's see what we get whenever we run this. Now you know that if you look at this place, we have what? -8879, and the last number there is 9, and here the last number is what? 9. This is what we are looking for. This is actually what we are looking for, but we don't want to have 9. Actually the last number is 9, which is correct, but we want to have this minus sign attached to it, because if you go through the example we have here, I think we also see -7, -3, and all those minus numbers. So just have patience. So now I've reached there. Now look at the example we have here. So for instance, we have minus 626 and it's telling me is minus 6. So you can see minus 6 here. You can see that. So it's not just 6. Actually, we have 6 as the last number, but it's giving this expression of minus 6 and it's less than 6 and not 0. So you can see that. So we don't just want to have the expression there, which is 9, but want to have that attachment of minus to it. So we are going to go ahead and add that to it. So just coming up to this place where we have digits, then I put digits like that, then I'm going to equate it with minus digits itself. So you can see that. So I'm equating this, I'm changing this from whatever the value is. I want it to be equal to minus digit itself. That means going to call this and it's going to change it to a negative number. So whenever we are running this, it is going to give us what we are looking for. If it is a negative number, we expect to have minus there. So if I run this, so you can see we have minus 6246. 6 is the last number here and we should have minus 6 here. You can see that. So we have 6 as the last number and we should have minus 6 here. If we run that again, you see we have 9 here and we also have minus 9 here. Now you can see it's kind of affecting the distance because normally we're supposed to have normal 9 but we're having negative 9. Now this is when the if statement is coming to sort that out. So we need to include our if statement to solve that because that's another issue on its own that we need to sort out. So print the number is this and that. So I'm just going to get rid of this. So I'll just come over to this extreme end and put the hash symbol there, just like that, and that sorts the case. So what statement are we going to put in there to sort that? So this statement is not going to be here, so I'm just going to take this out. I'm going to take this out of the equation. It's going to come in later handy. So let's start with these ones that we want to work with. So I'm going to put a condition statement. So if what? If number is less than 0. So if we have any negative number, then what should happen is I want this digit to be a negative digit. That is when this will come in handy because sorry, I need to subtract this and enter. So this way it is because that indentation is very important. So if number is less than 0, I want this to come into place, which is becoming handy. Then print the last digit of whatever we have there. So else, if it is not less than 0, I want you to print out the normal digit that it prints out before. So if that is true, then you can go ahead to print the last digit. So I'll just go out of the if statement and print some stuff out. So I'm printing some stuff out. Then last digit of this is this. So let me check to remember what I have in there. Okay. Last digit of the number is this and is okay. So I put that last digit last sorry digits of what last digit of then the number there. I'm gonna put a curly braces like that is another curly braces to in there, so you can see that. Then let me go through it again. And is, I think all of them have an is, so I am going to add an is there too. And is like that. Now I'm going to put my formats there. Format, then this, then the number is going to come handy like that. Then we have the next one called the digits, just like that. And I think this is fine. So let's go ahead and run this and see what we got. So if we execute this, you see the last digit of -4362 is -2 and is okay, and there's a new line there. The same thing is -5. Good. So I'm looking for where I'm gonna get a positive number. So the last digit of 2826 is 6 and is, so it's working fine. 9 and is, so everything here is working fine. So you can see I arranged the statement. Now I'm gonna append other if statements for the other continuation of those part of the storyline. So I'm going over again to see. So I even know I need to open this, but let me just open it. So we can go through some stuffs together and see where we can improve. So actually I have a captain lock. Now I'm still waiting for this to load. So yes, exercise patience. So now if you have been with me this far, thank you, and also don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like and share to loved ones if you really understand and enjoy this. God bless you. So we still continue. This is the last digits. Okay, so the next one and is greater than 5. So we have and is greater than 5. So if it is greater than 5, then we should have this statement. Okay, so I think and is greater than 5 is okay, so I'm just going to copy that. Then if the last digit is 0 and is 0, okay, so if the last digit is less than 6 and not 0, then string and is less than 6 and not 0. So just like that. So let's start with the 5, which comes first and is greater than 5. So and is greater than 5. So that is the if statement, and is greater than 5. So I'm going to go back to my terminal where we are working. Then sorry, I'm gonna clear the screen because it's really filled up. So we're still working with this. We go ahead and we are going to vi there, navigate in there again. So we continue. Now that we are here, the next thing we are going to do is we're still going to create another if statement. So then I'm going to say if digit is greater than 5, greater than 5, because digit is the one we have, the last number, which is always from 0 to 9. So that's the range we have. So if digit is greater than 5, then we want something to happen. Sorry for that. So I'm gonna put this and hit enter. Good. So if digit is greater than 5, what should happen? Then we're going to go ahead and type print I've forgotten the statement, but I'm just gonna print some stuff there. So that's what I'm gonna put there, and it's greater than 5. So I'm going to get rid of this and is we have here. So I'm gonna put this and is greater than 5 we have here. So let's go ahead and test that and see our outcome. So and it's -2. We have not encountered that yet. 4. Oh, I think I have F11 on my code, and that is causing trouble. Okay, so let me remove that. Okay, so just like that. So let's run it again and see what we get. And it's -2, so I'm still looking for the one that is greater than 5. I'm still looking for a positive number. Now look at this one. The last digit of 6809 is 9, and there is a new line, then it comes to another line and is greater than 5. So you can see, but if you notice in the other one there was no new line created. Everything was still like on one straight line. Like last digit of 6809 is 9 and is greater than 5, so it just move like that till continuously to the last part of it, which we want to have the same output there. So to sort that out, it's just a simple thing we need to do, which line of code we just add there and it sorts that part out. And what's the line of code? We come over to this place where we have our first last digit is greater than. So to get rid of the new line that is inserted there, automatically what we do is a comma, then we put an end, this equals to, then we'll put something like this, and this is all we need to do. And when next we encounter that, you expect to see a very good this thing. So you can see that all of them are on a straight line. The last digit of 5167 is 7, and you can see still on the same line and is greater than 5. You can see that. So that is for the first statement, so that is complete. So we still go ahead and see other things. If the last digit is 0, so we are going to sort that for 0. We go and open that, and let's run that again. See, so that is for the if statement when the last digit is greater than 5. So we want to sort that if the last digit is 0. So I'll come here, else if, because I'm still working on the same distance. So if digit is, I'm going to put 2 equal sign equals 0. One equal sign is to assign something to a value, while this one is to compare two things. So if this is the same as this, then we want something to happen. So what we are going to want to happen is, let's look what we have there, and is 0 and is 0 and is, then we have 0 there. So we are going to put another print statement here. So print, so come over here and put an is 0, just like that. That is the next string that will follow in if the last digit is 0. So if we start running this, it will take a long time to encounter 0, but it's fine. But just be assured that this work. Else if this is not the case, that means if this is not the case, or this is neither also the case, then I want the last statement to run. So after if, we have else if. So the next one I'm going to put into play is known as else. So the else statement is going to run when all the conditions there are not true. So else, I want you to print, so I just need to look at that again, and is less than 6 and not 0, and is less than 6 and not 0. So I'm just going to put the else statement there, then the print, then inside it I'll put this in there, and come inside and say and is less than 6 and not 0. So let me see if I'm correct. And not 0 and is less than 6 and not 0. Okay, so that is that. So if I escape and run this again, so you can see the last digit of minus 1159 is minus 9, and what they put there is and is less than 6 and not 0. We run that again. The last digit of this is minus 1 and is less than 6 and not 0. The last digit of 918 is 8 and is greater than 5. You can see that the last digit of 1442 is 2 and is less than 6 and not 0. So you can see this condition, this statement ought to be true, but the previous ones are incorrect. So this is how they want the app to function, or the block of code to function. And please make sure, if you have not subscribed, make sure you subscribe, smash the like button, share to loved ones, friends and family. uh, Also catch you in my next tutorial. So let's just use this opportunity to go through it again and see if there is any other thing we can do, if there's any other changes we can make to this. um, so and not 0. So if we have minus, it's less than 6 and not 0. If for instance we have something like 0 is 0, 5 greater than 5, and yeah, that's all. So I hope you guys enjoyed this and you guys have clear understanding of what I was doing throughout. If you have followed from the beginning of this course to where we are now, you see that it's a bit way easier to understand and learn. So please don't forget to subscribe, smash the like button, share, and God bless you.